If you thought California's suburbs were safe zones, think again. These neighborhoods are collapsing like stars into a black hole of rising costs and plunging prices. Blink and you might miss the warning signs. Now, what I'm about to share will help you dodge the cosmic debris of California's wildest housing shakeup yet. Starting in Chula Vista, we see the classic boom turned bust. Once the crown jewel of San Diego's South Bay, home prices soared 68% during the pandemic as remote workers sought coastal access and affordability. But by 2025, prices fell 14%, listings doubled, and incentives like free solar panels couldn't lure buyers. Rising property taxes, insurance premiums, and HOA fees over $600 a month erased any affordability. Even the military presence, once the city's backbone, is thinning as personnel move to cheaper states. This shift has not only hit prices, but reshaped daily life. Construction activity slowed dramatically, and longtime residents face monthly housing costs averaging $4,200, a figure few middle-income families can manage. The optimism that built Chula Vista has flipped to hesitation, and what was once a magnet for growth is now a cautionary tale about the fragility of boom-era affordability. If Chula Vista embodies the suburban fallout from pandemic-era booms, up next is an area where glitz met grim reality: Burbank. Burbank, home to legacy studios like Disney and Warner Bros., is no longer basking in the Hollywood glow. Median home prices dropped nearly 13%, and luxury listings in exclusive neighborhoods like Tujunga Hills have sat on the market for months. The seismic shift in entertainment, driven by streaming cutbacks, AI replacing human roles, and production moving overseas, has stripped many production jobs from the local economy, directly reducing demand for housing. Wildfire risk exacerbates the crisis, doubling insurance premiums, with some policies now exceeding $10,000 per year, forcing even wealthy homeowners to reconsider their investments. The usually lively streets near studios now experience lower foot traffic and business slowdowns, a clear signal that the real estate fallout extends beyond numbers. What was once a stable, close-knit community now wears the uneasy stillness of a set waiting for a new script. Burbank's story is a stark reminder that even established industry hubs aren't immune. But if you think the drama stops there, Calabasas is writing a new act. Calabasas, the celebrity enclave known for exclusivity and luxury, is quietly but significantly crumbling. After pandemic bidding wars drove estate prices over $4 million, values have now dropped 18% from peak levels. The exodus of luxury buyers to tax-friendlier states like Nevada and Texas is accelerating, partly driven by soaring ownership costs. Annual property taxes alone often exceed $35,000. Wildfire insurance premiums for hillside mansions can climb to $25,000 annually, alongside $1,000 monthly HOA dues and private security expenses. Even multi-millionaire homeowners are slashing prices in desperation, and local agents report a market defined not by glamour, but by retreat and caution. This cultural shift from exclusivity to isolation signals how the costs of California luxury can outweigh its allure, an expensive shell game few want to play now. From celebrity retreats to ambitious developments, Tustin's contrasting story highlights the tech-driven boom and bust of Orange County. Once hailed as the affordable Irvine, Tustin combined smart homes, sustainable designs, and walkable lifestyle hubs that attracted young professionals and tech workers. Between 2020 and 2022, prices surged, driven by this momentum. Yet by 2025, median prices have dropped 12%, HOA dues hover over $500 monthly, and property taxes exceed $1,200. The tech layoffs that started the reversal have left many new homeowners underwater, many forced to rent out their properties at a loss amid a dampened rental market dropping from $4,000 to just over $3,200 for luxury units. Empty streets lined with "coming soon" signs attest to the crashing dream of affordable modern luxury. Real estate agents describe a quiet panic replacing the hustle, a jarring end for a city built on forward-looking optimism. Leaving the urban sprawl behind, San Clemente shows how even paradise has limits when costs spiral. San Clemente's Ocean View estates that once commanded $2.5 million now linger at around $1.9 million, with sales stalling for months. Flood zone expansions have reclassified many homes, pushing up coastal insurance premiums to five-figure sums, forcing some insurers to exit the market entirely. Utility and maintenance bills add another $1,000 per month on average, straining finances of retirees who fuels growth here. Many of these longtime residents are cashing out and relocating to more affordable inland states like Arizona and Idaho. Meanwhile, the second home market, once a reliable pillar, is evaporating as remote workers find rising costs unsustainable. Short-term rental restrictions cripple investor confidence, leading to a coastal freeze that silences what was once a booming market fueled by lifestyle appeal. Santa Clarita, a shining example of middle-class suburban success, is now feeling the squeeze in multiple ways. Between 2020 and 2022, prices in family-friendly neighborhoods like Valencia and Stevenson Ranch soared nearly 50%, driven by pandemic migration. But by 2025, median prices have collapsed 15%, and for sale signs outnumber hopeful buyers. Insurance hikes of over 60% following expanded wildfire zones, property tax spikes, and HOA fees exceeding $400 monthly have combined to push total ownership costs up nearly 40% since 2021. This economic pressure isn't limited to housing. Local businesses from coffee shops to daycare centers report declining patronage as residents limit expenditures. The emotional toll is palpable. Families once confident about their forever homes now face negative equity, strained finances, and the emotional weight of a toppling dream. In the East Bay, Pleasanton's manicured streets are losing their shine amid mounting financial pressures. Once a symbol of East Bay wealth and suburban perfection, Pleasanton's home prices have fallen 16% and sales volumes have nearly halved. The fallout from Bay Area tech layoffs has hollowed out its high-income core, leaving luxury listings in neighborhoods like Ruby Hill lingering unsold for months. With monthly mortgage payments nearing $9,000 and property taxes topping $20,000, many affluent residents are feeling the squeeze. Private school tuitions that were once a given are now in question, prompting some homeowners to rent out parts of their mansions just to keep up. Realtors report a growing exhaustion. No panic, but quiet resignation as price reductions become the new norm and open houses lose their sparkle. Heading south again, Irvine's engineered ideal of suburban living is showing cracks beneath its glossy surface. Irvine, famous for its immaculate planning, top-rated schools, and upscale neighborhoods, has seen median home prices slide 11%. Condo sales have plummeted 40%, and international buyers, once 40% of the market, have nearly vanished due to capital restrictions and global economic shifts. Developers are now offering mortgage buydowns, Tesla credits, and closing cost coverage, trying to ignite demand. But rising HOA fees averaging $500 a month and insurance premiums climbing 25% annually, combined with nearly 7% mortgage rates, have squeezed middle-class buyers out entirely. Many families are moving further inland to markets like Corona and Marietta, where housing is more affordable. Irvine's story is a stark lesson. Even the best designed cities can fall victim to the tangled forces of economics and global trends. San Ramon, once a Silicon Valley suburban gem, is buckling under the weight of economic reality. Driven by Chevron's corporate energy and master-planned tech developments like Bishop Ranch, San Ramon was a blueprint for modern suburban success. But home prices have dropped 17%, inventory doubled, and luxury homes in Gale Ranch and Windermere now sit unsold for months with steep price cuts. Corporate relocations away from the area and widespread tech layoffs have depleted the buyer pool. Families who stretched to $2 million mortgages in 2021 face monthly payments around $9,500, not including property taxes or HOA fees. Local businesses, once buzzing with energy, now suffer as earnings tight. The aura of Silicon Valley's promise has shifted, leaving behind a cautionary tale of boom and bust. Topping the list is Santa Rosa, a city defined by resilience, now wrestling with exhaustion. After surviving wildfire after wildfire, Santa Rosa's housing market was hailed as one of California's greatest comebacks. Entire neighborhoods rebuilt, communities united, and prices soared on hope. But that hope is fading fast in 2025. Home values have dipped nearly 19%, insurance premiums have doubled, and 1 in 5 homes now relies on the state's last resort insured. Newly rebuilt homes, once symbols of triumph, have sat unsold for over 200 days, with sellers slashing prices by hundreds of thousands. The burden of risk, regulation, and the looming threat of another fire season weighs heavily on residents. Many homeowners have rebuilt twice and admit they simply cannot endure another disaster. The physical and emotional toll is monumental, and Santa Rosa's story highlights the limits of even the most remarkable community resilience. Pulling back to the wider picture, California's suburban housing bubble is not simply deflating, it's imploding across the state. Price declines of 8 to 12% year over year, doubled or tripled insurance premiums, record high property taxes, and an unprecedented outmigration of over 350,000 people in 2025 alone paint a stark portrait. The American dream of suburban safety and prosperity is under siege, reshaped by rising costs and shifting economic realities that spare no community, from the richest zip codes to the long-beloved family suburbs. So, whether you're navigating Zillow's galaxy or scouting your own neighborhood for signs, remember this: in real estate, as in astrophysics, gravity always wins. Before this video vanishes faster than a shooting star, hit like to keep it orbiting your feed and subscribe to @HousingIQ for more astrophysically sound market insights. After all, when it comes to housing and the cosmos, there's no such thing as true escape velocity. See you in the comments. No telescope needed.